Tulsi, I wanted to interject this. I don't necessarily think that our regime, well, no, in fact, yeah, by that definition, if our objective is a regime change, then in fact, that could be at a high cost for American lives, soldiers' lives, and treasure. But should we be in regime change as to micromanage that which would replace those that we take out? I think that Saddam Hussein, that was very tyrannical and would Uday and Usay or something would, one of them would go to middle schools and high schools and select little girls to rape and to beat. And if they step out of line, then in fact, the Saddam regime would cut up their parents in pieces because they were sadistic and give it to the little girl that they indeed raped for their jollies and videotape it so they could watch the little girl's reaction. Now, when we look at Bush and his Bush Jr. and his Stormin Norman Schwarzkopf attacks on Iraq. The reasoning was one, I'm sorry, the reasoning, one reason is that they used a weapon of mass destruction. What was given to them by our CIA, the chemical weapons to use against Iran. But they instead used that against the Kurds to the north. So they used a weapon of mass destruction. He had that reason. Plus, he had a leader that put out a hit on his dad. Now, put yourself in his shoes. If in fact I'm president and my dad was on a hit list of a foreign leader, had weapons of mass destruction, maybe we messed up with trying to protect the oil interests in Iraq and using that as a reason to, or using another reason to be a counter to Iran with their war that they kept each other in balance with Iran and Iraq. Because the CIA thought that it was going to be a trench war with Iran and Iraq, Saddam Hussein and the Ayatollah. They gave him gas weapons for trench warfare. The largest funders of Jennifer Doudna and other labs, including the Broad Institute, is DARPA, the Defense Department's advanced research agency, and they're creating things like anti-CRISPR. Are you? My question would be, America is pretty sophisticated in war, and for these Muslim countries to take out a leader like that, or take him out rather quickly, with George Bush. Can you talk about your journey, your spiritual journey, and your? I'm not into rebuilding and occupation, but are you totally against taking out foreign leaders, is my question. Not to rebuild, not to regime change, to stay there, to try to, but are you all against taking out enemy leaders?